3.5 years. A lot of people don't know how long this period gonna happen. They say 7 years. It ain't gonna be no 7 years. If you try to flee within those 7 years, you're gonna get caught up in the great tribulation outside of the wilderness. And it's gonna be destruction by those 7 trumpets and 7 seals. You're gonna flee too late. And the angels God gonna close the wilderness off. Some people gonna survive through that, but I don't wanna be one of them going through that. I'm reading it now so I can understand where to be. Like me and El said, get to the spot. That's what we try to do, get to the spot. 42 months, this is how long this great tribulation gonna last. That's a long time to be running. Because he said a man running to the house from a lion, he get in the house, a snake bite him. So right now, when you looking at all this stuff happening, this stuff is controlled now. Now when this great destruction, the animals gonna be coming all out of the woodwork because everybody gonna be hungry. Everybody, the animals gonna be hungry. You gonna be meat to them. God can't protect you from them if you're not at the spot. Go ahead.
Verse 6. And he opened his mouth and blasphemed against God.
This is the man of sin. He opened his mouth, he blasphemed against God. Go ahead.
To blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven.
They blaspheme today. They say Sunday is the Sabbath. They blaspheming right now, telling us we in a cult because we keep the high day, the Sabbath day, the dietary law. They blaspheming right now. This is what the man of sin gonna do. He gonna make it easier for them to do that because they're gonna be following him because he gonna have all kind of power. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 7. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints.
Watch this now. He said he was giving him power to make war with who?
The saints.
The saints. These are the ones that think they smart. So, well, I ain't got to flee. He said there's going to be a lot of them coming out of the great tribulation at the end. But he said he going to make war with you. He going to persecute you. He going to torture you. He going to do a lot of evil stuff to you. Notice I say you, not me. Because I want to be at the what, L? Spot. Go ahead, bro.
And it was verse 7. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them.
Wait a minute. He said to what?
To make war with the saints and to overcome
them. And people all say, God can protect you anyway. From right there, he said he gonna give it to make war, and they're gonna overtake you, overcome you. Go ahead.
And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations.
Can't nothing get by him. You can't sit up and say, oh, I got rights. This is my land. I pay tax on the land. He said, show me your ball. Then you can have it. Oh, I ain't taking the ball. Kill him. Kill her. Put him or her in jail. Torture him. Go back and look at the movies, go back in history and research the Spanish Inquisition. How the Catholic Church the reason why the Catholic Church had dungeons on the Bible, because they were torturing people for not keeping that law. And he's gonna reinstitute this. These some gruesome people, man. Gruesome. Go ahead.
Verse 8. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life.
Wait a minute. He said, whose name was not written in the book of life? The one that gonna worship him. Worship the dragon. They're the one that gonna worship because they're gonna be looking at, oh, he got all the power, he got all the food, he got all the water. Let's go with him. And then God said, your name ain't even in the Lamb book of life at all. Go ahead.
Whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world.
You want to be in that book. Right. That's Jesus' book. He got one with our name and our works in it. Go ahead.
If any man have an ear, let him hear.
Can you hear? A lot of people can hear it. Oh, Jeff, you got out of context. We reading. We reading. This is what the book say. How long for him? How long they gonna last? He said 42 months. How you gonna? I just read it. I didn't come up with 42 months. I didn't come up with a time and a half of time. I didn't come up with 1,260 days. That is the period of the Great Tribulation, how long it's going to last. It's not going to last 7 years. Jump down to verse 11. Let's get to the man that ride on this horse, his king, and what he's going to do. Go ahead.
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon.
See, he coming to copy. 2 horns like a lamb. He had power like who? Jesus. He gonna be looking like him. The ones that not studying, he gonna make sure he gonna receive them so quick because they're not studying. Go ahead.
And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causes the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed.
Who was the first beast before him? You got the sheep there? Nebuchadnezzar. What did they do what did Nebuchadnezzar want them to do? Make a statue of him and bow down and worship him. He exercising the same power. Y'all worry about the mark of the beast now with this shot. That ain't the mark of the beast. That ain't the mark of the beast. It ain't good for you, but that ain't the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast coming right after when he gets on the scene, the man of sin. That's when it's coming. When they build that third temple, it's coming. Hopefully we'll be in the wilderness at this time. He exercised all power of the first beast. That's why I gave you the handout. Nebuchadnezzar ran the whole world. That's right. He gonna run it. Ain't nobody on the board gonna be more powerful than him. Nobody. This king. Go ahead.
Verse 13, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
See, I told you. He gonna make fire come down from heaven. He gonna call it down to this earth. And people say, man, you crazy, that Jesus, I'm gonna go down here and worship him. Because they don't know that Satan copycat. He's a very good counterfeiter. He came in on what horse?
The white
horse. You're going to see who else came in on the white horse too. Go ahead, bro.
14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles.
See? He said by the miracles. People always following folk who got money, who can make things happen and all this stuff. But they never follow the people that got the knowledge of God. Very few of them. Oh, he ain't got no money, I ain't got no time for him. Oh, she ain't got no money, I ain't got no time for her. You better check that mouth. The Bible said, try what?
The Spirit.
The Spirit. By the Spirit. What they talking?
Yes.
How they talking? Go ahead.
14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live.
Uh-oh, they making an image of the beast. Here come them devices. Here come them robots. Here come artificial intelligence. Right here. They're going to have robots running this earth. Will Smith don't have a robot, but too far-fetched what's going on here. Yeah, he showed me that, yeah. Verse 15, let me show you something here. Why I say it's a robot. Go ahead.
And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
See, you say he gave power to give what? To the image. They got to make something. What did God say? Thou shalt not bow down thyself to any graven image. They're going to make an image. They're going to make a robot, and they're going to put this man to seeing face on it. When you see this robot, you better bow down and worship him. This is what's going down. It's going to come down in our day. Read that again. What is image going to do? Go ahead.
And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Should be what?
Should be killed.
Killed. So if you come over here at this time thinking that you got rights, he gonna kill you. Many of them gonna conform because that fire gonna get so hot till they behind. And you know Israel, we can't stand too much pressure. We'll break because we hungry. We'll go crazy because we got our food stamps. We go crazy if it's too hot outside. And this cat right here bringing this pain, if you don't bow down and worship, Israel gonna be the first people to bow down to him. Gonna be some of the first people. Our people. No Israel, the so-called African American. And this is the prophecies that were told to Israel to tell the nation. People pay for this. And he give us a place of safety. We're gonna deal with that in part 2 or part 3. So you're gonna make this image. This is when the mark of the beast gonna start. Not now with this vaccination. It ain't good for you, but this is when it's gonna start right here. Go ahead.
16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Oh yeah, now when they start saying, okay, you got to show me your mark in your right hand and your forehead, that means you been messed up. You took that mark like that, you can't buy or sell. Let's read that. Keep reading.
16.
This is what the mark does right here. This is the access the mark gets you with the man of sin. Go ahead.
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
See, he said you can't buy or sell. Unless you have a mark. I don't know, it's gonna be a tattoo, computer chip, whatever it is, I ain't taking it. I don't care whatever it is, I ain't taking it. We hopefully at the time we're gonna be in the wilderness, so we have to deal with this. He said you can't buy or sell. So you can't pay for your license to drive. Because you got to pay for your license to drive, to renew them. Insurance. You can't drive a car without insurance. You can't drive without your tag on the car. How you gonna purchase it? Oh, I paid off my house and my land. No, you ain't. It's on borrowed time. You got to pay a little thing called taxes, property taxes. You can't buy or sell. You can't pay for your property taxes. Unless what? You got the mark. So don't get so hooked to this stuff, man. Let it go. Let it go. Get to the what else? Yes, sir. Go ahead.
18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
This is his number. Read that. About the man of sin. This is the Pope number. I'm not saying that this is the Pope now, because I don't think this is the Pope that's going to be the man of sin. He's not the man of sin. But this is the Pope going to come, the man of sin going to come from the Roman Catholic Church. Rome running everything at the end. Everything. Read that.
Vicarius Philae. The literal meaning, vicarious, substituting for or in place.
See, the vicarious Philae is substitute for a place. Go ahead.
Philae means son, and de means God.
He tells you that this man is supposed to be called, the Pope's supposed to be called the Son of God. He's no son of God, he's son of Satan. That's who the son is.
Yes.
He portraying that he's the Son of God. And they call him what? The Holy what? Seed. Now you know why they call him Holy Seed? Because of the prophecy here. He's a king that stands upon what? His seed. Now you see what's going on. They putting this stuff all on our Facebook. Our preachers ain't breaking this down so we can understand it. I thank God that I learned from my teachers. Because I would have been out there in them churches with them, didn't know where this pain was coming from. Go ahead, read that. Vicarious Philae.
Vicarious Philae.
Vicarious Philae. Vicarious in Roman numbers is 112. Philae in Roman numbers is 53. Daily is 501. If you add all the numbers up, 112 plus 53 plus 501 is 666. That is the name of the mark of the beast. Well, excuse me, the number of the mark of the beast. It's on the handout, that what we just got right here. It's in here, so you go Google it. Vicarious Philae. Just Google it. In Roman numbers, it tells you the number. And God said, whosoever readeth it, got some understanding. Read it again, verse 18.
Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
So I went and got some wisdom. I said, okay, let me see what this means, what he's talking about. And he find the 666 number for the Catholic Church, because that's Rome. And it shows you on the internet, you can find it. Vicarious Philae is 666, is the number. Now, let me show you what Jesus told us to do when this man steps on the scene at the end of the world. Let's go to Matthew chapter 24. This is a whole book test for us. And like I said, there's a lot to kind of unpack. Take the notes and go home and research them. Believe me, it took me years. I'm a slow learner. If I can learn, I know y'all can. Y'all a whole lot smarter than me. Matthew chapter 24, and we're going to start at verse 1. Because Jesus told us when the end of the world going to be, and make sure that you watch out for this cat.
Yes.
He's very dangerous. And right now today, they love the Roman Catholic Church. They love them. That is the most powerful religion of all times. Nobody more powerful, more richer than they are. They got too much money. Got a government over there in the Vatican City. That's why a lot of times when these Pope leaders that get in trouble by touching little boys, you all ever hear them being locked up for life. Why? Because they're going to take them right back on the Rome and set them and separate them for a while and put them right back out again. They got their own government.
That's right.
They have their own government. And this the cat that Satan going to give power to run in them 3.5 years. He's going to come from Rome. The man of sin is going to come from Rome. Matthew chapter 24:1. Let's see what Jesus told about the end and the man of sin. Go ahead.
And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple.
This is when the disciples showing them before 70 AD hit about the temple. And they was very proud of Solomon's temple. And Jesus gonna tell them something about this temple. Go ahead.
And Jesus said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down.
I don't know what that wailing wall they praying over there in Judea. That ain't the temple of God in Jerusalem. That's something they put up. That's what the Jewish people doing now. God said, all these stones shall be torn down. No residue of that temple shall be up. And that happened in 70 AD. From Roman ruler by the name of Titus and Vespasian. They came to Jerusalem and destroyed it to the ground. That's when the Israelites fled into Africa, trying to hide from the Roman persecution. That's a we deal with that in Black History Month. Go ahead.
And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
That's why we read the book. So we'll know the signs of the end of the world. The Lamb, the 7 seals, the horsemen. We won't know the signs. At least I do. These preachers will not go in Revelation and try to learn this and teach the congregation. We won't know the signs of the end of the world. Let's get a few of them. Go ahead.
Verse 4. And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you.
That's the first thing he said. Take heed that no man, including Jeff, deceive you. Check everything that I say. Everything that any preacher say. Check it out through the book. The book is the answer key.
Come on.
It's the answer key. Check them out.
Hallelujah.
Listen what he said about his name. Go ahead.
5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
Who are these people right here? Church folk. Church folk. Come in the name of Jesus. Who come in the name of Jesus? Nobody but church people. How they deceiving you? They're telling you that the law is done away with. You ain't got to worry about Revelation. We're going to be raptured out of here before that time hit. The church going to be gone. Airplane going to be flying by itself. Clothes going to be folded up on the bed. And they're going to be gone. I watch all that stuff when I was little. On TV, telling all them lies. Man, you're going to see this destruction happen from east to west. It ain't going to be no secret, nothing.
Yes, sir.
And he's going to tell you right here. Go ahead.
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
Yes, sir.
And you shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Quick question. We see that now? Yes, we do. We got wars and rumors of war. Going to be war in every sin. So we see this already. Go ahead.
For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and and pestilences, and earthquakes in divers places.
We got black folks against white folks. That nation against nation. Chinese against the United States. United States against Russia. We all this stuff we seeing right now. It ain't too much more that we have to see. We living in that generation. We right here, right now. Go ahead.
All these are the beginning of sorrows.
Beginning of what?
Sorrow.
And y'all think this is something now. Boy, this ain't something. This right here is controllable. This is controllable right now. When these 7 seals are opened by the Lamb, which is Jesus, that ain't gonna be controllable. He said he gonna let them wear the saints of God out. You read that in Daniel chapter 8 or 7. Yes, sir. Keep reading.
Verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
Yes, sir, because they're going to deliver you up. You try to preach this gospel. when this time hit. A lot of people right now being killed for, you go to Russia, you can't even say nothing on the Russia about no Jesus, they'll kill you. You can't establish no churches over there hardly. They had to pull the Jehovah's Witnesses and say they had to pull their people out of over there. A lot of people. You go to Africa too. Boy said he had to pull this man out of Africa one time. They were on him. But he still got a church over there, but keep going.
Verse 10, and then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another.
We see this right now, it all been on the news. Offended about everything, they hate one another, killing one another. All this stuff going down. You got two boys at Daughter High, Thursday. Little boy got mad, then the boy was fighting. The next thing you know, he called his mama. Mama brought her other son up there. They was talking about getting to the mama should have went to the authority, should have went to the principal, but now she went out to the bus stop and had her gun in the car. The son got so mad he went to the car and got the gun. Got the gun and came out the car about to shoot the boy. The officer had to pull his gun on the boy and tell him to put it down. The officer, he one of my clients. He did this. I said, what? When did this happen? He said it was on the news. We are enemy against our own self, man. Being offended about little or nothing. I bet it was something so small.
Exactly.
And the mama should be locked up for that. She could have killed a lot of kids out there. My kid out there, he could have been shot by that stuff. Just stupid, man. That's Israel for you. Go ahead.
Verse 11, and many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many.
Got them out there, they start on Sunday. That's when they start deceiving people Sunday. Call it what you want to call it. The Sabbath is the most important day in this 7-day period. Sabbath, he said, remember. The only commandment he said, remember, and then I forgot it. Go ahead.
Verse 12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
And people don't love people no more. This ain't no feeling type of, man, look at people out there today. You see an elderly person, they'll try to steal money from the elderly person. I'm thinking that could be my mama, my grandmama, or my granddad, whatnot. Man, one of my clients, he about 84 years old, he had a seizure, and he was on the front porch. He was thinking the guy was gonna come over to help him. He reached in his pocket and took his money out and stole it from him. They don't even care. The love is waxed cold, meaning that their mind is so cold, it's so evil. This hour that we living in this. Go ahead. 13, but he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. So you wanna know when you're gonna be saved? At the end. The end ain't here yet, y'all. So stop telling people you saved. Just tell them you want to be saved. Like I said, I hope I can get in the kingdom like Solomon said. I want to be a doorkeeper in there. Go ahead. 14, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. And then shall the end come. And it's getting out there because we have social media now. All these brothers putting this gospel out there. The Israelites are starting to be known now. Some of them in a bad way, but you know how it is with us. We got to go above and beyond. But this gospel getting preached all over the world right now. You got a short time. Go ahead. 15. When you therefore shall see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place. Whoso readeth, let him understand. See, that's why he tells whosoever shall see. When we see that third temple is being built, and that man of sin finna go over there and get in that temple, what we supposed to do? Go ahead. Then let him which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Folks said, Jeff, they're talking about Jerusalem. No, they're talking about the whole world. Jerusalem just the center part, the headquarters right here. Right. You're like, man, you better get into the wilderness, flee. When you see that man of sin, vicarious feeling died, 666, get in the temple that the Jewish people gonna build. He gonna come in and say, y'all stop doing them animal sacrifice. Jesus is here. Right now, when the Jewish people set up this temple, they're gonna be taking about animal sacrifice. They training them out. They training white Levitical priests right now to take animal sacrifices up. They gonna tell them when they get there, I'm here, I'm on the white horse. Stop doing that. And not knowing prophecy, these Jewish people gonna give him that power. We know that Jesus come back on the seventh trump. He ain't coming in this filthy temple right here. Zerubbabel gonna build his temple, if you got some understanding.
Right.
Go ahead.
Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house.
See how urgent it is, Jesus telling you? If you got your wallet in the house, don't even go in the house and get it. Run to the wilderness. Because it ain't going to mean nothing to you right now. Cash and all that stuff, they're going to end all this stuff right here. It's going to be a one-word currency. They're going to be able to look up everything that you have through an electronic system. They're moving to that. Go ahead.
19. And woe unto them that are with child.
18.
18. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes.
So you working in the field, don't even return back. Find your transportation. And God gonna give us an escape plan. He gonna give us an escape plan way in advance. Go ahead.
19. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days.
These the women that got babies, and the families that got babies, it's gonna be hard. Because you trying to move around with kids. And everybody has some kids, they know how hard it is. I'm glad mine, bro. Go ahead.
But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day.
Wait a minute, the Sabbath still in effect? He said the Sabbath right here. This at the end. So you gonna try to tell me that the Sabbath ain't important? Why he telling us to flee with urgency? Next verse, go ahead.
For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be.
You thought slavery was gruesome? This ain't got nothing on this cat right here. You thought the movie Saw was gruesome? This ain't got nothing on this cat right here. He said you ain't seen nothing like this before. All this other stuff was controlled. This cat ain't gonna have no type of person controlling him. He gonna do what he will when this abomination, desolation, which is the man of sin, sitting in the temple of God and call himself God. Everybody we gonna bow to him that are not written in the Lamb's Book of Life. And the ones that don't bow, you're gonna do this to them. Go ahead.
And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. God
probably said, man, I'm gonna make it for 4 years. No, 4 years gonna be too long. This man gonna kill everybody. Because at this time, back when Matthew writing this, it ain't having a nuclear weapon. Now every country got a nuclear weapon. They can destroy all flesh in the drop of a button. Drop of a button. You know how it is? We the first country, America, the first country to use a nuclear weapon, and the only one. What's that, Hiroshima and Nagasaki?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
23. Then if any man shall say unto you, lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not.
Because he telling you, he's going to come back. That first seal saying that he is Christ on the white horse. That's why I was reading, I said, that's why he said this about don't be deceived. Because these men will come back and try to betray that they are Jesus Christ. There's been a lot of them that tried to do it. But that guy in Waco, Texas, what's his name? David Koresh and all them people. Brought up a whole lot of people in the house. They believed that he was Jesus. And they were looking at that blonde-haired, blue-eyed guy that they got all over the world. If they were looked in the book of Revelation, they'd see he was black. Come on. Go ahead, bro.
24. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect.
See, if it were possible to deceive us, how would it deceive us? We're not reading. We focus on the signs and the wonders. No. That joke come back on that first trumpet. No, that ain't Jesus. I know that ain't Jesus. You do all the signs you want to do. I know that ain't Jesus. He on my heart, Jeff. No, man. 7 trump, 7 seal. That's when he coming back. You don't even see me. Well, I'm gonna get me something to eat then. All right. Go ahead, bro. Let's see when Jesus come back. Go ahead.
25. Behold, I have told you before. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not.
He said, Jesus cannot be introduced. He gonna introduce himself. Everybody gonna see him when he comes. Next verse, go ahead.
27. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
What do that sound like to you? Do that sound like a secret rapture?
No.
From the lightning from the east and the west, that covered the world. Everybody gonna see it. He said every knee gonna bow.